R4 is still an overestimate. It is less than half, so it's better than the triangle. So what we're going to do next? What we're going to do next is the following. Instead of calculating the area of each rectangle at the right-hand point, I'll calculate it at the left-hand point. For instance, I'm going to start from the left where I have 0 here. So the first block will have an area of 0, but the second block will be this one. And it will be this area. So I'll calculate it at the left-hand point, which is 1/4 squared. The next block will be calculated at the left endpoints of the third interval. Like so. And finally, the fourth block will be calculated at the left endpoint of the fourth interval. So I'm going to calculate the area shaded in red. And this will be the left endpoint sum. So we're going to say that L4 is the left endpoint sum of 4 equally spaced intervals. Okay, so let's move to the next page. And probably we are more interested in the sketch, so I'll write it like so. And I'll continue to write in red. So what is L4, the left-hand point? 1/4 times the first left-hand points, the endpoints of the first interval is 0 squared. Remember, we're still dealing with y equal x squared, so we need to square everything. And then the next block, width of 4, and the left-hand point is 1/4 squared. And the third one, 1/4, the left-hand point is 1/2 squared. And finally, 1/4, and the left-hand point is 3/4 squared. So we still have 4 intervals or 4 blocks, but we evaluate each on the left-hand side, while before we evaluated each on the right-hand side. So we went from this one to 1, right? But here we go from 0 to the one before that. So now we can simplify by first factoring out the 1/4, and then we have 0 plus 1/16 plus 1/4 plus 9/16. Again, the common denominator will be 16. So we'll have 0 plus 1 plus 4 plus 9. Like so, and we end up having 14/64, or 7/32. Now, this is an obvious underestimate. So L4 is an underestimate. Okay, as we can see from the sketch, the red blocks are leaving a piece that is not covered under the graph of y equal x squared. So, what are we going to do to better our estimate? Well, it stands to reason that we should take the average, don't we? So, since we have an overestimate and an underestimate, then we're going to say that a better estimate is the average of R4 and L4, the over and under estimate. So let's see. So we can say that the area is approximated as the average of 1/2 R4 plus L4, or in this case it would be 1/2. Remember, the previous result was 30 over 64. 15 over 32, right? And now we have 7 over 32. So we're looking at 1/2 times times 22 over 32. Or we're looking at 11 over 32. This is a very, very good estimate. Now, the reason is, do you know what's the exact value? The exact value is 1/3. And we'll learn, next week we'll learn how to obtain this exact value. So we can conclude that this is a very good estimate. Consider that the exact value A equals 1/3. Okay, so here we have A equals 11 over 32. Remember, 11 over 33 gives you the exact value. All right. This is it. I'm going to stop here.